TV. Now here's, as you might have read from the title, but if you couldn't read it because of how long it is, it's basically basically my friend's logic with this game that really makes me mad. I mean, you know, here's kind of just explaining it. Alright, so, like, I'll explain the logic a bit, but he basically thinks this guy is the best Vanguard. Or, no, he acts like the Knights faction's the only good faction. Now, obviously, I'm going to try to disprove this. And the reason I'm disproving this is just because of how annoying it is. And, like, now, here's the thing, is I'd be okay if he just said, like, preferred most of the Knights. I mean, that's fine, you know? Especially, like, the Vanguard. The Warden has to be the worst out of all of them, because the other two are faster, and the Kensei also has a bonus long range since he's got the Nodachi. So this guy's pales in comparison, but that doesn't mean he's bad. He's just gonna show him off. And of course, we get this guy. I can't tell if this is a male or a female just because of the ponytail. You never know with Japan, especially in those times. Like, men mostly had a man bun. Nope. Another thing is his guard break's not that good, but his attack speed is slow, and his movement speed is slow. That's why I don't like him that much. I mean, he's good, but I just don't like his movement speed. It sucks. Maybe I should have done a custom match, so that way it would have been quicker to compare them. But, like, I wouldn't say the Warden's bad. He's basically a slower version of the Raider, who is the fastest. And I'm going from least favorite to most favorite out of Vanguard. I'm not saying this guy's my least favorite. And I hope my friend's watching this, actually, because that would really help. Kind of get my point across. But this guy is pretty slow. Now, if you preference this guy over the other two, that's fine, you know. But if you actually think he's better, then you might as well just watch this. Keep watching, you know. Keep paying attention.
Round 3.
Now, he is pretty slow, especially when chaining attacks and heavy attacks. Now, his light attacks, those are actually really fast. But I don't play like that. That's not how I play. My playstyle is avoid damage and deal as much extra damage as possible. So that's why I use heavy attacks. That's why my favorite assassins are the Gladiator and the Shaman. And because they mainly use heavy attacks and are good with using them. This guy does a little bit of damage, and then he just backs away and starts throwing the things at you.
Victory.
But yeah, you know, and what I thought sucked is he only has the Viking characters. Like, he has all the not the Viking characters, all the Knight characters. And then he had like 7,000 gold. Not that gold, but steel. But how I know he had this is he bought the Blackstone Bash Execution. Now, if you don't know what that is, basically like throw somebody up in the air and then you bash them to the side. I don't know. I could show you, and I will show you at the end. But with that, he could have bought all the characters and still had some left over for like an emote or an effect. Now, the Kensei being my second favorite is probably because of one reason, and that's because he's like right smack in between of speed. And that makes sense, you know, they did make lightweight but very great armor and weapons. And Aiden acts like just because a knight has a lot of armor means he's untouchable. But things like a Nodachi or a Katana, those could puncture that armor very easily. You know, not as easily with like Viking stuff as they were meant for basic things like wood cutting or farming. And of course, it's almost like the exact same person, except it's a girl this time. But like the reason the Kensei has long range, he's not like a straightforward adaptable. I think he's like long range something else. But it's because the Nodachi was like 4 foot long. Now, normal katana, you're like, oh, how big would that be though? 2 feet long. Now that's actually really big for a sword. I think that's like a normal two-handed sword right there. Was like that was like a katana. Alright, bots will actually purposefully ledge you, so that's why I tried to get out of that geyser. Also, here's a cool thing about the Shaman, if you guys didn't know, but she will purposefully direct a guard break off a ledge if she's close to one. Like, I swear, it's happened twice. Alright, so let me kind of like show the position of what it was, though.
Round 3.
It was alright, so I was like directing a guy right in front of me. We were on a bridge, but he was gonna go straight forward, was what I was thinking. But then the Shaman just turned him around and ledged him, and I'm like, okay, that's a cheeky kill for me, but I'm fine with that. Hello, whoever just joined the thing. This is just gonna be talking about my friend's logic, and I hate it. But if you're, since you are just joining, it's basically he thinks the Warden is the better Vanguard. Now, if it's not his personal preference, he actually thinks he's indestructible, basically. Well, not indestructible, but like basically untouchable compared to the other two. And this is just me going through them, trying to show off why the other two are better. I mean, the Kensei, he's not straightforward and adaptable. He's long range. That's why he's got the Nodachi. This guy, he's really fast. And he's also straightforward and adaptable, just like the Warden. But the Warden, really slow. And that's why I'm doing this video. I'm also going to discuss why I think he should get all the characters instead of just sticking with the Knights faction. Because it's getting boring to fight him, and he's only like a Knight.
Round 1.
Ah, Shigoki. Here's a challenge. And these are against bots, but that's just mainly because I'm trying to talk. I'm not trying to like fight. Legitimate people. But the point is okay, yep, that, I almost forgot, the things like the Shigoki and the Highlander, they have, attacks that won't be stopped by you attacking them first. So yeah, there's that. But, basically the point of this video is just to tell why I'm pissed off at him. Like, it'd be fine if he's like, oh yeah, I just prefer the Warden. I mean, I know the Raider's faster and the Kensei's got longer range, but I just prefer him. Like, if it's like a feel base, you just like got a better feel for the character, and you also have like better gear for him, and you don't want to have to try to get more for the other two. That's fine. But like the way he acts is that the Warden's the best character in the game. Now, two things. One, lots of heavies are way better than that. And if you're a good assassin, you're gonna be completely destroying a Warden. Because I mean, I've dealt with like pro assassins, and they are so annoying. Like I'm about mediocre with like the Gladiator and the Shaman. But I mean, like when I saw pro assassins, I mean those ruined my day. No joke, they literally ruined my day. And especially this one guy, alright, so we were the only two playing duel, so we kept like connecting with each other. And then he finally realized it. I don't think I realized it before he did, because like he kept disconnecting, trying to find somebody else. But I think he finally realized it, so he just stuck for like a bunch of games. He was good with hybrids. Now, the thing about that is he was good with all of them, like really good. Now, a few times I'd win, like a few times. Usually it ended with like at least a close match, or him just destroying me. And when he was the Lawbringer, that destroying part was definitely something that Lawbringer did. Because you see, the Lawbringer being a counterattacker, he can do counterattacks. But the problem there is this guy, I don't know how, but he can do an attack that's unblockable, that's basically like a guard break, but you can't counter the guard break. Like, you know how somebody guard breaks you, and then you hit it right after that, and it just pushes you back, or pushes the other person back? Yeah, I ledged a guy like that once, and it was funny, because I didn't try to go for that. But here's what was the funny part, is,
Round 1.
Or here's what the problem was, is he could do that without even counterattacking. It wasn't like, oh, you attack, he blocked the attack, and then he just countered it. No, he literally could just do that straight away, and I was like so annoyed at it. Especially since he also has a thing where instead of using the blade of his axe to attack first, he would use the the other side of the axe, so it's like a hammer hitting you, and it stuns you every time. And it's ridiculous because you can't see defense stances, attack stances. I mean, at least let it so you can see health. Because I mean, I can understand if like they can't see their stance or whatever, but at least let them see their health so they know to get out of there. Because I don't even think like the blood when you're really low on health, like that red around the screen, I don't even think that shows up. Yeah, because I've fought like a bot, like AI Lawbringer, at like level 2, and he was doing that to me, and it was like so freaking annoying, and you would not believe. So if you guys want to, you can leave in the comments your favorite type of character, or just your favorite character in this game. If it is the Warden, sorry to tell you why. Yeah, I'm like kind of mad at my friend, like constantly thinking he's the best, but like I mean I can understand like because you know he might feel like he's stronger, or just based off of like the look you'd think he's stronger, but it's really not, because this is a game where balancing makes the game fun. It's not going to be based on real life. That's why a Viking can take as much hits as a knight or samurai. Hey?
Victory.
But they're really fast. Now, if the Warden had like a benefit to being really slow, yet something else, then he'd be good. Then he'd be pretty much equal with the Raider and the Kensei, because the Kensei, he's got his long range thing. Then the Raider, speed is key. That's just how I can describe that. Now, I'm fine with him preferring the Warden, but I'm not fine with him acting like he's the best character. And I think you all like would know why that's making me mad. Because now you probably don't get why I'm actually getting mad about it, but here's why. So you know you're just like playing a game of For Honor, and then your friend just goes and says, "Oh yeah, this guy's the best character," and then you're just like, "What?" Like, now it's one thing if they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's my favorite Vanguard," like, or my favorite insert class that you think sucks here, or basically. But like they say that, and then like if they said, "Oh, this is my favorite this type of character," but when they say something like the Warden's the best character in the game, you just kind of question why they said that at all. I mean, it's one thing if they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's my favorite character," but it's a whole nother can of worms when they say, "Oh yeah, this guy's the best character." Now, if it's like personally because they leveled that dude up like crazy, then yeah, then he technically would be your best character because he's got all the stuff. But this is like just in general is what my friends say, and I think you all know him. Aiden sucks at Call of Duty, at least Infinite Warfare, because I know all the shooting tactics, especially since in like the campaign I'll like literally jump into the enemy's faces just with a shotgun. Or basically I do online competitive stuff in the campaign instead of like hide behind a corner. And that was like the reason I sucked when I first started, is I was treating it like the campaign, not like the actual game. But when I got better at it, I'm pretty much like that one guy who's got a low KD but can get a lot of kills anyway. If you get what I'm saying? Now, Aiden is kind of similar, but with Modern Warfare, not Infinite Warfare. Even though he prefers games like Infinite Warfare. I mean, I knew nothing about good strategy with Infinite Warfare, or not Infinite, Modern Warfare. Now I know a lot of good strategies. Infinite, stupid cart's in my way. Because like, if any of you know Assassins, you know that you need some dodge room. Otherwise, you're just gonna die because you have no dodge room, so you can't avoid any attacks. I mean, this sucks. Is when you're fighting like some dude with long range, like the Kensei. You have to basically do that just to avoid them, and it wastes a lot of your stamina. But here, alright. So let me get more into why this is gonna make me mad. Okay, so first of all, you might not some of you might not know the strategy because like you just thought one character would be better. But here's basically like my idea of why I'm getting mad at, or this is why I'm getting mad at this. Because I know that it's better to play as each character for each, like you probably don't get what I'm saying, but like each character from each class, that's like, so the samurai, the Viking, and the knight equivalent. And what's funny is my friend knows that the Shigoki wrecks all things, and he's also an easy heavy. He's the only easy heavy, yet he still uses the Conqueror. And also there is an advantage with the Shigoki. I'm pretty sure at least, but or they might have changed it. I don't know. They might have. If they did, you might need to tell me. But I'm pretty sure the Shigoki has not a higher damage output, but like higher health, because he doesn't have that shield where you can just go hold it down and then boom, all attacks are blocked. He's also really slow because he's basically like a sumo mixed with a samurai and an oni. You can't forget that part. But basically, like my point here is like he knew that, like, because I went up against him and he hated fighting that dude. Like whenever we would fight against him, like I would be in the middle of a fight, pretty close, like a pretty close matchup. Then he'd bring the Shigoki over while I was like almost done with my fight, but at like low health. And he'd bring the Shigoki over. The Shigoki would kill me, and then we'd lose because of that. Because he was a coward. Or should I say more of a pussy? Yeah, that's a better word for it. Okay. I could have knocked you into a geyser, but if you even if they block the attack, okay, it doesn't work that well against assassins because they'll most likely dodge out of the way. But you'll do like a punch that's like a guard break. But instead of them not being able to dodge it, they can. That's the only difference. But it's not expected because it's a combo and not like a full-on. And then another one. Also, another thing is that I think is annoying is whenever Aiden just acts like, oh yeah, like there's only one good character. Because like that's one thing if you're just like the character or you are the best with that character, but he acts like the Warden is the only good character. Now obviously this isn't true because I know he's probably died a lot, and he is at reputation 1 for his Warden as he has the outfit for it. But I think that either means because I remember he played mainly team. I mainly play like duels because it's more fun to duke it out against one person than to do like Dominion or something, even though it's lower activity. And I think the reason this makes me mad though is because he most likely didn't even earn most of the XP. Like most of this XP I earned it by doing a duel, and obviously against bots it's not that much, but it's mainly to get them like high level-ish, like a high-ish level. Then I'll fight other people because I feel like it. Now when they're really good, that's one thing, but when they're like normal, just a normal competition, then that's a different thing. But the reason I get mad at my friend about this stuff is, alright, so you probably got that one friend who likes that one character, or that sucks compared to the other two in that class, like in For Honor, like especially if you guys have For Honor, and then your friend has it, and then he likes the Warden in this case, but maybe another character that you think sucks compared to the other two. Well, it's fine if it's like a preference, and he knows the other two have better advantages, but it's a whole different thing when you actually think it's like the best character. And like even this guy who's slow, I think he's just about as slow. Yeah, I know he's as slow as the Shigoki. But like if this guy can beat that Warden, then I'm pretty sure. No, this guy is really slow. He's better than the Warden. Now, that's not just because of his unblockable attacks. Now, if you didn't know, you can hold down his heavy, and then he'll do unblockable attacks. I'll show you right here. And then you'll chain like 3 of them. Well, I say chain, but it's basically chaining is what I'd call it. I don't know what other people would call it, since it's basically the same swing. And it's not like chained in a combo-like thing. But, it's just kind of, oof. All this video is just why I get mad at this, and I'll go more over it after I finish this, because then I'm just going to go over, like, characters and stuff, kind of customize them a bit, you know, whatever I feel like it. But basically, the reason it makes me mad, and this is also going to, like, show off some stuff, but, like, the reason it makes me mad is, first of all, it gets boring to fight the same character. I mean, it's a whole different thing that's like, oh, like, this guy has, like, one good character, like, he likes playing as one character in one faction, then another in a different faction, and all that stuff. But he only has the Knights faction unlocked, and he doesn't even bother with the other 2. Now, you can see my problem with this, is if you're going to be good at the game, you need to have at least tried all the characters. Now, he did try the Raider once, and I don't think he's ever tried the Kensei. Now, you probably don't understand, okay, well, yeah, what's the problem with this? Here's the problem with this. Alright, so, now, here's one thing that pissed me off, and I think I can call him out on this a bit. But, alright, so first of all, you already know, yeah, it's annoying that he does this to you. Yeah, now why? Right, so first of all, picture it in his game, not mine, where I have DLC characters. Now in his game, he has the base game characters, because he spent so much money on, get this, a mobile game. And it's War Robots. And it's terrible. Because it's War Robots. I mean, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, why are you hating on this dude? Well, here's the thing. It's a mobile game. And he didn't like spend like, $10 or something on it. He spent over he spent $100 on it. I mean, I did that once accidentally. And it was like when I didn't even play console that much. It was mainly mobile games, so yeah. Now here's kind of like my point about why I don't like this. Alright, so picture Warden. You know, right here. I'm gonna kind of show what his Warden basically is. It's not an elite. It's this. It basically has this on. There's nothing wrong with it, but here's the thing: if I ever see him with this, I will be so mad. But here's the thing: is you got so imagine having this. So you got a Warden, a Conqueror, a Peacekeeper, and a Lawbringer. That's all he has. Now, as you can see, I have every character. Of course, the 6 DLCs you don't need to work for at all. I think it's probably because, you know, I think it's probably because I got the Season Pass, as that was the only way to get them. And, yeah, but those are the only characters he has, not including these 2. Now, when he first played the Raider, he just instantly said he sucked. Now, here's the thing. It was against level 1 bots. Level 1 bots. Now, I think, because at this point, he couldn't even fight a level 1 bot. He can't even beat Ragnar in the campaign. And he needed my help for that, for like the last level of the Knights campaign. So we can already tell he just sucks at this game straight up against AI. Like, he doesn't use any strategy, he just hits when he can. But, alright, so here's what I mean. So you got adaptable, straightforward. Yeah, adaptable, straightforward. What would you rather have? Speed or slowness? Definitely you're going to want the speed. Then the Kensei, he's adaptable and good range. So that means, alright, so they're all adaptable, so they can be adapted into a situation. And now that doesn't mean they're good for every situation, but that does mean that they're good for most situations. But the Kensei, reason he's got the good range is that 4-foot Nodachi. Now the reason I assume it's 4 foot is, right, so we all know the Orochi, he's the guy with the katana. Okay, if we could get a better look at the katana. I mean, I don't play this guy that much, but that's because I really do not like playing as an assassin that I cannot even get heavy hits in. But look at that. It's like 2 feet. Probably about 2 of those would fit the Kensei's Nodachi. Now here's the thing that I hate though, is he thinks this guy is the best one of them all. Now if he's like, I just favor this character over the other 2, I know he's the worst out of them, we Gucci. But if it's like, oh yeah, these 2, they suck, you know, and I just like this guy. Okay, I think the reason is he, alright, I know he's never played the Kensei, and he like takes it as if, alright, here's how seriously he takes it. If he plays as a character, he takes it as if that character's morals become his morals. That's how seriously he takes this game. I'm like, dude, just the game. I go for the competitive truth over the moral truth. And also, for a long time, I've even explained it to him that these guys had no other option, but it was either raid for food or they died. And clearly they took the raiding for food option. Then the knights adapted walls and iron armor, and then these guys just, you know, they had to look for other options. Then you just had these guys for centuries fighting each other. Because, you know, it's cultural stuff. And also, right now, I'm just going to check if you can get an ornament for playing this guy, for playing the Samurai campaign on hard. That looks really good, by the way. I like that. That looks nice. Look at this. Spiked horns, but look at how much hair it puts on the helmet. And I'm pretty sure all these represent something. Jade Trickster. I think, yeah, Jade Emperor's the one that one guy has. The Shigoki. Now ornaments, I think the ones the ones for the samurai have like something that represent. Except for Apollyon's crest. That one's a Apollyon's wolves thing. But I'm pretty sure all these have like meaning. Or they just wanted to. Acquiring Night Bloom Elite outfit. Don't worry guys, I'm just looking through. Alright, this one you get for beating the Samurai story on hard. Now the reason I was trying to see if you did is because you play as the Orochi. And the reason you play as the Orochi is I don't know. Oh. They just wanted to throw in, I guess they just wanted to make the third one harder. And alright, so here, alright, let me just go over, like, why this makes me mad. Alright, so we're gonna go over basically these 2. So this Vanguard easy, they're all easy, because they're tutorial characters, supposed to be easy. But all 3 of them are adaptable. Alright, so these 2 are straightforward, and this guy's got good range. Now they all fight the way I fight, except this guy's just got better range, and this guy's speed, easier. But here's the thing, is he acts like the Warden's better than both of them. This guy's basically the Warden, but faster. Which one do you think is going to be better in a competitive play? This one? The slower character? Or the fastest of all the 3 of them? Fastest of all the 3 of them. Or, who knows, maybe the Kensei. Strong defense, hard hitter, but he's a heavy medium. Heavy medium, harasser, and counterattacker. Now, harasser, that part, I think is, he does like, alright, so he can't chain attacks. I've tried it with light attacks too. He doesn't chain them. So I think what he'll do is he'll stab, do like a guard break, stab, that type of thing. And that's his harasser part and a counterattacker. That's medium. Then the Shigoki. Look at what it says. Heavy, easy, disabler, hard hitter. Basically, the embodiment of my favorite type of heavy. He still only has the knights. I mean, if he was like, alright, I'm going to save up enough money to buy one faction, then the other faction, instead of going the way I said, which was like, you know, you got these characters, and we get enough, you buy all these, and then just, like, do the same thing. Keep going down, like, each 3. But nope, he just bought all these guys and didn't get anything else. And the problem is it limits your playstyle. And if people know you only have the knights, and they can get any other counter for them. Alright, now we're going to go to the assassin. So, assassin medium. I think she's the easiest assassin out of these. But he sucks with assassins anyway. But assassin medium, fast, and a counterattacker. So, fast all assassins are. But counterattacker means that she'll do attacks that counter other attacks, basically. Berserker, short range harasser. So, he'll do harassing type stuff and a short range. So, he'll get in close and personal, obviously. Then got the Orochi, agile counterattacker. Now this guy, and now the difference between agile and fast is fast just means you're fast in general. Agile means you're a good dodger. And this guy's a counterattacker as well. Alright, so obviously having only the Peacekeeper, as he sucks with these characters anyway, that's fine. Because, I mean, you know, she is the easiest to learn on this list. And the reason she's level 4 is like, when Jacob was over, he did like 2 challenges with her, got her instantly up to level 4. Alright, you got hybrid, hard. Now look, all the hybrids are hard, so accomplishing one is a treat, but this guy, he's just annoying. Alright, so he's a counterattacker and a disabler. Now, the counterattacker is the problem with this guy. And it also can disable you with one heavy hit over, just like over the head, one heavy hit disables you. Because it stuns you, so you just instantly don't see anything. And devs, Ubisoft, please, I'm begging you right now, please make it so when you're stunned, you can still see your health. Because when it's like fighting, like it's okay if you can't see like your defense stance, you know, it still gives an advantage. But if you don't see your health and you don't know when to back out, stop fighting, then you will die. And it's too easy to kill somebody. And also you need to nerf this guy. Because, alright, so, if you're not good with him, well, there you go. But, here, moveset. So you got book, chapter, and verse. I don't know why his are like 3 things, but it's a light attack, a heavy attack, light attack. Because, like, he chains attacks in a weird way. It's not just, like, 3... Like, here's how I chain attacks. 3 heavies is just in a row. That's my thing. Then he's got Judge, Jury, and Executioner, which is a light, heavy, heavy, which is unblockable in the end. Swift Justice, heavy, light, heavy. And then Swift Justice Finisher, or, heavy, light, up, heavy. And I guess that means they can't stop the attack, and then light. I don't get the point of that. And impaling charge, which is, you know, that thing, impaling reposit. Let me check with that. Okay, parry. It's a parry, so it counter. So counter on with a heavy attack just before on impact. So right before somebody attacks you, you use this heavy, and he counterattacks it. Blind Justice. All he does is an overhead swing to the face. And it's so annoying. Light reposit, which is basically just him doing a light attack. That one's unbreakable though. Make way, what does that mean? Oh yeah, uninterruptible stance. So the blink means this marked attack must hit. Okay, yeah. But that just means that you will not like lose balance or something. The long arm, which, yeah, that knocks people over, and it's unblockable, and all that. shove, and it's basically X. Alright, shove alternate. Just full on blocking that. Shove mix up. Basically, he's got, like, here's the problem, is this guy was using on me the shove, and it's basically a guard break. Here's the thing, it's so easy to perform, it's X square. You need to at least make it so his things like that are way harder to perform. Because that guy, I think he had silver for the Lawbringer. If you don't know what silver is, hold on, let me just show you. So I had reputation 6, level 20, Lawbringer. How I knew it was that? It was brighter than this. It was way brighter than that. And it was way shinier looking. And that's how I knew. Alright. But yeah, counterattacker disabler. Now you got adaptable disabler. Now think of the difference between counter and then adaptable. So if you don't know what adaptable means, that means they can be adapted into a lot of situations. Long range, versatile retreats. Now I really do not get this character that much at all. I swear, I do not. But here's the thing. Which one do you think would be better? One of these two or this guy? Okay, yeah, obviously this guy. Hey, but like you're like, here's the point I'm trying to make though, is that so many, like, literally all the other characters could just be way better for him if he just used them. Heck, I bet, like, and here's the point of like why I was so mad about this, is I've told him this: you don't know how good you're gonna be until you've actually gotten every character. Now, here's Blackstone Bash. That's what he bought for 7,000. Now I already have all the characters, so I've tested everything I could have, possibly. Favorite hybrid is this guy. Favorite 2 assassins, these 2. Favorite heavy, this guy. Favorite vanguard, this guy. Okay. So basically, I have a favorite for everything. And the point that I was trying to make though is he will not be able to know how good the other characters could be, because he's gonna waste all his money on knights. And like, the problem with that is, or at least to me, is he's not really trying to get other characters to see how good they'd be, or, you know, have more open options, since each character is different. But since each character is different, that's why I think he should at least have his options way more open than only knights, because knights are knights. Now he acts like they're the best faction. They're not, because here's the thing: it's different between each person's play style. Oh, you want good range? Get the Kensei. And since basically these two are the same, except this guy's the fastest of the fast compared to this guy, then yeah. Now, if you're looking at it and saying, okay, he's got 5 defense, 10 attack, that guy's got 4 and 8. Well, here's the thing, is that's because of gear. I just have, like, better gear for the knight. Dude. Right here, let me kind of explain. I think, yeah, I maxed out something for this. This guy's weapon. Yeah, this, I maxed it out. Didn't max out anything else, I just maxed out the blade. Then I might have... Nope, I just have better defense with this character. Whatever. Yeah, but that's just because he's got better stuff. This guy, though, well, wreck this guy. Also, like, the main point of this is you could think of any, like, and what's worse is he went for the medium heavy. Then there's an easy heavy, like, literally right here. Now, I know this Shigoku right here, his worst nightmare. The Warlord, I'm not that big of a fan of. I mean, I wanted to like him, just don't. I don't like either of these two. Because, well, with the Valkyrie, I just don't like hybrids in general. Well, like, or at least these ones, because they all have, like, weapons like they do, like spear-like things. I don't know what the Nobushi has. She's got that weird sword or spear mix. Logbringer's got the poleaxe, and she's got a spear. But, like, the problem is they can't, like, or I think she can chain. I think she can chain, but this guy can't chain. And here's the thing. Alright, so let me just kind of tell you why I think he should have spent that 7,000 on 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. He would have had like 2,000 left over, enough for at least one emote. But here's the thing. Or actually, don't count these. So, 2,000, and 2,000, 2,000, or 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. 3,000 minus from 7,000. He could have gotten all the other characters. Could have tested them all. And like, here's the reason it pissed me off. Alright, so you got your Vanguard easy. Now, adaptable, straightforward. You know, he's basically that one character that you'd use who's similar to the Raider. You know, just do constant heavies and try to avoid damage as much as possible. But this guy, he's way faster. I think Aiden was trying to make excuses on why he was sucking with the character. Because he's like, what? He can't swing his axe that fast. I think you're making that up because, dude, you literally play the Warden, and he is like one of the slowest. And it makes sense. I mean, he's in that heavy armor. At least Samurai made durable armor that can also provide them agility. Now here's the thing. The reason either of those two would be better is good range. That just means he can get from farther, and since he's a Samurai, he's gonna be quicker. He's like right in the middle of the two. This guy is basically the Raider, yes, he is the Raider, but here's the thing. He's basically the Warden. Adaptable and straightforward. But he's faster. And especially since Aiden's always playing like Dominion or Tribute, basically one of the OBJ games, then it would have been better if he played as this guy, because speed compared to this dude, like if this dude was in real life, basically he'd be running like this guy. And all of you know that this dude walks instead of runs. Like, he will run if you sprint with him. Otherwise, he's just walking. Because you're running in that, of all things. Okay, actually this is more accurate to real knight armor, which had lots of metal plate, but also lots of chainmail. So, it was durable, to fight against arrows, as most lethality points where an arrow could kill you with just that arrow. And also things that would be disabled, like your feet and hands, they're all protected, so is your shoulders and your head. But the rest of it's chainmail for more mobility. So yeah, I can see that. But here's what sucks is, alright, so yeah, strong defense, heavy hitter. Now strong defense, I don't really get that. Like, what is it? Just because he had a shield and you didn't have any other idea of what to call it, so you just called it strong defense? It's just because you didn't have anything else to call it. You didn't have something else to call it. So they just called it strong defense. Because I think that's exactly what they did. Exactly what they did. Now, the reason I think that's exactly what they did. Alright, think of this. Yes. Literally, he's got a shield. But so does this guy, yet he's a harasser and counterattacker. So I think the reason they gave this guy strong defense is they had hard hitter, He has a shield, so he can put up a block against everything, except it is possible to break it. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, he's got a... Oh, yeah. 2 of his abilities actually relate to defense, so I guess that could be it, but... I don't know. I just don't... I think, like, the only reason they have that, though, is his abilities, and you don't even get that in a duel. Harasser? Well, what do you expect? He's probably going to be messing with you, you know, but it's really annoying and stuff like that. Shigoki, he's a disabler and a hard hitter, so... I don't know the disabler part, but I think it's probably because his attacks, like, will stagger you when you hit with them. I don't know. Also, let's just see the how to fight and moveset. So you got charging heavy, normal charging heavy, but it's unblockable for some reason. Bash and smash, so light, heavy, bone crusher. That's the one I can pull off. Crashing Thunder, which is a no guard move, not in guard mode, so it's basically just his normal heavy. Charge of the Oni, so basically he does that and then he runs and then a dodge. Demon's Embrace, down heavy. Demon Ball, square heavy. Headbutt. That or that and then that. Now all these are related to disabling your opponent, and they're pretty easy to learn. I mean, heck, I learned this guy's on accident. Alright, and he'd probably get only these 2. Alright, so this guy, excellent stamina management, mix up intensive. If so, he's just like his Centurion brother, but here's the thing, is the reason he's got excellent stamina management is that first perk, he can still run with no stamina. Melee specialist and mix-up intensive. Now, mix-up means, you know, he's got like a mix of crazy attacks. You don't know what he's gonna do. 2 combat forms and a technical fighter. I think he should be a hard hitter in 2 combat forms. Alright, so 2 combat forms, he's got an attacking stance and a defense stance. Now, in the attacking stance, you cannot defend against attacks, and guard breaks will knock you over, but your attacks are unblockable. Then, you got Predatory, Fast Attacker, and Blood Trance. Now, Blood Trance basically means that you got moves where she can regain health by doing something with blood. That involves spilling the enemy's blood a lot. Predatory. Probably her fast charging moves and all that stuff. I don't know. Fast attacker. Yes, she is. Then you got this guy. Fast attacks, feint, counterattacks. So basically this guy, he is that one guy that will wreck you when you think, and you might even think he's an assassin, but nope. Unless he's got the same perk, is he can still run with no stamina. The Shinobi, mobile counterattacker. Mobile is not wrong, guys, because this dude's the fastest guy when he's moving around and stuff. Alright, but here's the thing, is we're just gonna, alright, I want you guys to leave in the comments, what do you think would be better, or in all of these other 3 categories, and I think you already know that the Kensei and the Raider overshine the Warden. Now, I'm not saying any of you who like the Warden and shouldn't play as him. I mean, you know, he's a good enough character. But here's the thing, he doesn't have any benefits. It's to have that disadvantage of slowness. He doesn't have a thing that makes him better or that's really easy. Like the Raider, he's just really fast. Kensei, he's long range. And he's also pretty fast. That guy's just slow in general. Now you got a counterattacker disabler for the Lawbringer. The Valkyrie, adaptable disabler. Then the Nobushi, long range, versatile retreats. Basically that means you do like retreat type moves with her and stuff. The Orochi, agile counterattacker. Short range harasser. for the Berserker. Heathkeeper, fast counterattacker. Alright, heavies. Conqueror, strong defense, hard hitter. Now strong defense just means he's got defensive abilities and a shield. Warlord, Rasser, counterattacker. Shigoki, disabler, hard hitter. Then we all know, adaptable, good range, adaptable, straightforward. And even though this guy is the same in class of adaptable and straightforward, like the speeds between the two, he pales in comparison. Now I'm not saying you shouldn't play as the Warden. I mean, there's no problem with playing as him, but like there is a problem to me. Like, alright, here's the thing: is if you're gonna use combos, and that's why I use them. That's fine. Alright, you got Vanguard's Advance, which is light, light, heavy. Guardian's Assault, light, heavy. Warden's Wrath, heavy, heavy. That's one I can pull off. Rushing Slash, we all know how to do that. Crushing Counter Strike, which is that and then that. Shoulder Bash, which is L, that, and then L, X, hold, and then square. Shoulder Bash mix up, it's light, that, light, guard break, light, which I think is what Aiden learned, because I don't think he would know to hold down X for anything. But like, here's just my point, guys, is the reason it makes me, it just annoys me, is one thing is he thinks that anything a knight says is true. Like, you know when you're a kid and you think adults will know everything. I mean, I used to think that, but I now know that they're wrong about a lot of things, like drinking and driving. This is a little story time. Alright, so when we lived in Tazewell, there's like, we had like, I think, I don't know how old she was, but she lived across from us, like right across the street, and like, since this is like a country area, it's like a really small road. But now they have like a little fence that fences off like where they have horses and stuff, and she's got a lot of dogs. Now here's what happened, is some dude was drinking and driving. Now I don't think I was awake for this, or we were there for this, but some dude crashed into her fence, and also like her front porch, and destroyed it all. And then the dude was arrested and fined, I think. I don't know. But all I know is the dude got in trouble for it, because I think he survived the crash. I mean, all he did was like hit the underneath of her porch and like her fence, so I don't think it would have killed him once the car stopped. I think it would have hurt him for sure, but I don't think it would have killed him before an ambulance could come, at least. Now here's the thing though, is the reason I hate this is, alright, Aiden, alright, so I bet you all probably know this, but, so there's a big difference between thinking one character is good and one character is the best character in the game. Now, here's the thing is, if you're like, oh yeah, this character's pretty good, I mean all the characters are good, and a lot of them do have some situational moments where they shine, but here's the thing is Aiden acts like the knights are the only good characters. Alright, so, and he acts like the Warden's the best character. Now there's obviously no best character, or because otherwise then nobody would ever use any other character, they'd just use one character. Plus, how can a character be the best character if the other two character in his class, either both are faster attackers than him, such as this guy with good range, and he's way faster than the Warden, or this guy who's just fast as all things considered. Heck, he's the Sonic of this game. Like, all the Vikings are the Sonics. And in their category, they're the Sonics. Then the guy's about medium, except for the Orochi, since, you know, he's fat. He's gotta walk. He can only run when he's sprinting. But all the other, all these guys, all the samurai, except for the Shigoki. Yeah, I mean, he is basically like a sumo, so he's healthy but fat at the same time. I know too much about this type of stuff. But, these guys, they're gonna be way faster, obviously. And then these guys, really slow. I mean, I got no problem with the Warden. Like, the Warden was the first character I played since I just jumped right into campaign as soon as I got this game. But the thing is, there's literally no difference. No difference at all. Well, between how these guys fight, but the speed. The frickin' speed comparison. This guy will shine. This guy will be second place. This guy, even though there's only 3 places, he falls all the way in 29,000th. Heck, I bet you the only really fast character out of the base characters that is fast is this guy. Is this girl. And you wanna know something? There's no gold for her. You know why? Because she doesn't have gold. Here, let me go to material. Alright, so you got base, you got dark brown, you got red, you got light brown, you got black, you got light. And you're probably not getting why, what, I don't see anything. It's leather. It's like the Vikings. She only has leather. Probably and if you don't get it, well, here's the thing. She's fast, because she's the only one who doesn't wear any armor. She's basically like a Viking, but with more of a hood. She's got a metal helmet on. No, she's basically a Viking. Basically a Viking. Or probably a Templar from Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I don't know much about Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna get Syndicate, though, when it comes up free on Xbox One, though. So, yeah, that's good. But, like, here's the thing. Yep, you're berserkers, you got all this stuff, but what annoys me, he only has these 4. I mean, it's one thing when he has like all these guys from DLC, but he doesn't get the DLC. So that's the thing. He only has these guys. Now, yes, all these guys are easy. Let's go down to this guy, medium. Alright, you know, not too hard, not too easy. So, yeah, medium, not too hard, not too easy. Easy. Not hard at all. Assassin, medium. I can understand having this assassin only. Assassin, hard. Assassin, hard. And I think if you're good with the Berserker or the Orochi, good for you, because you're good with a hard assassin. That's hard in general. I mean, I had a rough time just fighting the Warden in the campaign as this guy. Because, well, I don't really play too much assassins, and I never played an assassin, really. And hard, they're all hard, but what do you think? Counterattacker and disabler? Adaptable disabler. Adaptable disabler. Long range, versatile retreats. Basically perfect since Zane's usually a coward. Yeah, like, that's what he is on COD, though, because, like, whenever he's losing, he'll get so scared that he's gonna lose, then he'll, like, just start using a combat knife, and it's so annoying, because he's not even earning a kill by, like, outgunning me at anything. He just sucks, and he's trying to have an excuse to have any kill in general. It's so annoying. The two-faced Jade. Yeah, the two ugly-ass faces of Jade. I don't know. Wearing Shattered Crystal's mythic outfit. But, alright, so we all know. Alright, so here's the thing. Nobushi and the Valkyrie, they would be better than the Lawbringer, unless you know how to use all his counterattacks. Or just shove. Like, but seriously though, this guy needs a nerf. Like, make it so his counterattacks only work if he's attacked, and then he counters that attack. Like, because here's what I think of when I think of a counterattack. Somebody attacks, you block the attack, and then do a different attack to them, straight back. Something that makes sense. Instead of, oh, he can just guard break you with unblockables in different combos. Yeah, that's what he does. That's the problem. He can counterattack you just straight out in the open. Like, that's the first thing you can do with him. And I can understand using the assassin medium, but these two, they could be better. You don't know. Depends on the person, obviously. With Shigoki, he's the easy one. Only has a conqueror. And like, the problem is it limits your skill level to only those characters. And the reason that I think you should get them all is, like, you know, you got strong defense hard hitter, harasser, counterattacker, disabler hard hitter, agile counterattacker, short range harasser, or fast counterattacker, counterattacker disabler, adaptable disabler, long range versatile retreats. Basically, the point is there's different playstyle for all of them. So if you find the one that matches your playstyle, you're in luck, dude. Because guess what? You've got a good playstyle down pat. Like these two. They're fast. This guy's a fast attacker. This guy's a mix-up. Mix-up. That's with this dude. Oh my god. It's amazing. And this dude, with like the basic, like straight up giant sword he has. Yeah, he's good. And I mean, another thing is, he didn't spend that steel on at least a salvage thing. He didn't salvage any gear. No, he spent it on that one execution. And what's worse is he still doesn't have all the characters. He acts like he doesn't need them. Now, alright, here's the thing. You will just because one character says adaptable, doesn't mean he's going to be good in every situation. Plus, somebody keeps using one type of character, and then you got like one guy that's just terrible against those characters. Yeah. Plus, it's not that fun if you're only playing with one character. Because you don't know what character is going to be fun to use or not. And if it's going to be more fun. I mean, Conqueror's fun. But I think the Shigoki's easier to use. Obviously, he is easy. So, yeah. And it's like, I like these two because they're fun. Even though one's medium, one's easy. I mean, I actually prefer this one, the Shaman, and she's medium. This guy's easy. Now here's like my problem though. With how Aiden decided to do his whole thing with the characters, is if he bought that execution when it was like, oh, I don't know, just when he had the money and he had all the characters. Because you're not going to get the game if you've not at least tried all the characters. And most of you probably say, but you don't need to try all the characters. Okay, first of all, before you even finish that damn sentence, little kid, I don't care about whatever you're about to say. It's like, hey, where you only need to be good with one character. That's not true. Because if you're good with at least every type of character, you're guaranteed going to have a character for every situation. Don't say, but the thing says, okay, first and foremost, I know, before you even finish that sentence, you're about to say, but what about this and what about that? Like, but it says adaptable. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it says adaptable. That just means he can be adapted to a different situation. And I'm probably thinking, oh yeah, what does that mean? What it means is he can be thrown into a new situation and come out somewhat on top, or just failed. Who knows? It really all depends. Now, obviously, with this, though, I had no problem with this. This, you know, it's just fine. I have no problem with Aiden, like, preferring things like the Warden. That's a fine thing, you know. You can have a preference to a character. Like, I have a preference to this guy, compared to this guy. But the thing is, he acts like this is the only good character, and that the Knights are the only good characters. Now, they didn't give any specific buffs to a character at all, except for ones where it would actually make sense for one character to be slower, i.e. this guy, than other characters to be faster. I cannot understand what you're saying. I cannot read these. Hold on. Wait. Alright, I'm trying to see. View comments. I'm viewing your comments, but okay. Alright, you want? Okay, yeah. I was reading the comments just now. Oh, so you can stop sending me those. I got it. You added me, all that stuff. Yeah. If this is like a collab thing or you just want to play For Honor, that's fine. And but I was just talking about my friend being annoying with all this stuff. And if you're the same guy from before, well, yeah. Oh, look at that. You tried to send me an invite. Well, I'm gonna end that on this note. It was just annoying that he was thinking this character is better than this and all that stuff. But see you guys in the next video. Bye.